Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Cardano family. Appreciate all the love that you guys are showing. Let's take a look at what's happening with the price of ADA today as of Sunday, and of course what we could be expecting as we obviously go further into the day. Obviously, one thing we need to keep in mind is we're in a weekend. On the weekends, more manipulation than usual due to the fact that CME futures are closed. But in a grand scheme of things, if you're looking at the last 1 week, this is what I want you guys to focus on. The broader market is actually starting to feel a lot of love, and we're actually seeing a lot of double-digit gainers across the board. So that kind of tells us, that we are seeing bullish momentum coming into the markets. Yes, during these types of days where you're looking at the 24-hour time frame, you can neglect that, but that is a continuous reminder to take a look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture shows that we are actually in the upwards trajectory. But as we are going into the upcoming week, we know FOMC meeting is coming up. That's something we need to kind of factor in. I personally think the 25 BPS rate cut is already priced in. But let's take a closer look at ADA and see what's happening, and then we'll kind of talk about that. If you're looking at the price of ADA, 89 cents right now, down 4.3% in USD and Bitcoin. Comparative valuation, 32.5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $1.3 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I want to elaborate a little bit more on what I mean by, it's priced in. So I want you guys to note that, on September the 1st, we were sitting at $107,000 for Bitcoin. And since then, we have been in this upwards trend, as you can see for yourself, for BTC's price. So I think we're already kind of pricing ourselves into anticipation of the rate cut, but that does not mean that we're not going to see Q4 being a bullish month. What I'm projecting is maybe a day or two before the FOMC meeting, we actually do see the market correct a little bit, and then after the rate cut is announced, we do see the market picking up traction and start heading into Q4 on a positive note. That's how I'm currently projecting. Let me know if you guys agree upon that. But if you're looking at Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin is having an amazing field day. We actually went up to 116,700. We're still sitting above our confirmation zone, so we're not complaining on the Crypto ZX channel. So far, so good. But in return, if you're looking at what's happening with the dominance has been pulling down quite sharply. See this for yourself. We actually set a new low at 57.26% for the first time since the beginning of this year. And so far, this downwards trend for the Bitcoin dominance is in play. And again, just a continuous reminder, guys, if it's hard for you guys hearing me today, I am obviously, not in my usual setting. I am, just traveling, but still want to kind of give you guys these updates. So please bear with me on that, and I appreciate, all the love. But if you're looking at the dominance, we are in this downwards trajectory, which of course is nice to see, especially if you're an altcoin holder. Looking at ADA, on the other hand, let's give it a refresh live and take a look at what's happening with ADA here. So if you're looking at ADA, we did push up to 95.5 cents. Again, levels we've been speaking about on the channel, and a continuous reminder, because when you put it into visuals, it's the best way to understand it. From September 1st, so we're talking about this month. Forget about last month, forget about 2 months ago. We're just talking about this month when we did see this pullback down to the 78 cents. Since then we did see the price of ADA going up 21.7%. Yes, we're seeing a little bit of a correction, but remember, I've talked to you guys about how we are in this upwards trajectory, and this next wave could be starting. And believe it or not, we are in that next wave right now. We did come up to 95.5 cents. We need to remember the dollar is a psychological level. We are going to see the bears trying to keep the price below a dollar as much as possible, and a bull's main goal is to obviously push it above that range, breaking above that key resistance, which I've talked to you guys about constantly. I think this is where excitement really kicks in, and we were literally only about 6.4% move for us to retest that just about 24 hours back. But we're seeing a little bit of a correction, but we need to understand, so is Bitcoin. Dominance has gone up a little bit since yesterday's retest, but so far so good. Got to take a look at this upwards trend that I think speaks a lot of volume, and I think breaking above the dollar, I think we're going to start retesting some of the levels we haven't seen since a year, and then 61.8, this is where I think the excitement kicks in. So I like the setup right now for ADA. Got to take it one step at a time. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you for all the love, and we'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.